What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Ricky. I'm here playing some COD Ghost with the K7. I love that fucking camo, the scale camo. Jesus. Anyways, I ordered a Asus VX238H monitor to play my games on from now on because it's a 23 inch, by the way. But because I can't play on big screens no more, yo, for some reason my peripheral, whatever the fuck you want to call it, my vision on that shit, it's annoying looking left and right, you know what I'm saying, because the screen is so big. Even for a 40 inch, I went from a 50 to a 46 to a 42, now I'm back at a 40 where I had the for like years ago. Basically, I was looking at some BenQ monitors, and the reason why I didn't go with a BenQ monitor is because it's like, I guess it's the name brand, that even if I were to get like a $200 monitor, it had like such low specs on it. You would have to get like a $400, $500 BenQ monitor just to have the top of the line monitor. But I bought an Asus monitor because they're known for good motherboards. They're known for having good hardware and selling good products. So the monitor that I decided to buy, you know, it has 80 million to 1 high contrast ratio, and it was optimized for finest image and color quality, which is great. It also has a 1 millisecond response time. So that 1 millisecond response time, if you're playing a racing game or shooters, the exact second you shoot or you're driving at full speed, it will be in the same motion. There's no delay, there's no ghosting, which is great. So also, if you don't know what ghosting is, just type it in on YouTube. You'll see examples. It's like when you're moving the cursor and you start seeing a little bit of the cursor ghost line, like the shadow of it, follow behind it. There's none of that. There's no ghosting. Also, it's full HD 1080p support on this monitor. It runs at 1920 by 1080p. It's a great monitor. It has 2 HDMI inputs, a DVI, audio in and out, and also and it comes with built-in speakers. So I was basically hype. I was like, all right, cool. Even though I'm not gonna use their speakers to listen to audio, because I'm most likely going to be using my Astros to plug in, and also have my 3.5mm jack plugged into that, because of course it supports that. Also, what I like is its HDCP support, so there's no bullshit where some monitors can't read off of HDMI, need to go to DVI. Nah. And also the display colors is up to 16.7 million, which means if a game is rendered and created and developed in specific colors that are rich and vibrant, but you have a TV or monitor that is not of that quality, it might be a little bit dull, you know what I'm saying? It pulls out from a color that's closest to it. And why this is good to get a monitor, because it dominates TVs. If you're playing against somebody on TV, like when I play against people who have monitors, they have such a faster response time than me. Remember, there's a game lag, and then there's also your TV response lag. And no, it has nothing to do with 60 hertz or 120 hertz, because when you're playing on game consoles will only make games up to 60 frames per second or less. They do not have the power to make anything over that unless they wanted to put that kind of hardware in, which is impossible. They did not do it for the PS4 and Xbox One, so you don't need a TV or monitor that has a higher hertz, unless you're playing a PC game that, like Battlefield 4, which can play at 100 frames per second. Then it's best off you get a 120 hertz or more monitor or TV. But yeah, this monitor came out in like late 2011. But it's still a great monitor. It was around $200 and something when it first came out, but I got it on Amazon for $159.99, $169.99 plus tax, whatever. It came out to $185, so I was good with that. And all the reviews I saw on it was wonderful. They were great. They were just talking about how clear the image is. There's no ghosting at all. The only flaw was the speakers, but of course, who's gonna actually use the speakers? Like, I'm gonna have my headsets on, you know what I'm saying? The speakers ain't crazy, but the only kind of speakers I feel is crazy is iMac speakers. They feel like they have fucking bass on it. That's the only thing. But other than that, I suggest, if you want to go hard with your games, I mean, you could go for an MLG type of monitor, but I mean, anything closest is alright. So that's just my opinion. I'm gonna put a link up in the description of the exact monitor I'm getting. You give me your thoughts and reviews on it, and holla at y'all. Peace.